Hey everyone, welcome back to Unfiltered Perspectives. I'm Tara,
I'm Kimberly.
And I'm Leslie.
and today we're doing something a little different but super fun. We're taking a look at some of our favorite things. You know, those little and sometimes big joys in life that make us smile, feel inspired, or just give us that warm, fuzzy feeling inside. You know, in a world that can sometimes feel like it's moving a million miles an hour, it is so important to take a step back and appreciate the things that bring us comfort and happiness. Maybe it's that book you just can't put down, a song that lifts your spirits, or a place that feels like your own personal sanctuary. Today, we're going to explore what makes these things so special and how they shape who we are. So, oh, you know what? I wish it were winter so that I could say, pull out your bright copper kettles and warm woolen mittens, but it's not. So, anyway, grab your favorite snack, settle in, and let's have a cozy little chat about things that light up our lives. This is Unfiltered Perspectives, where real talk leads to real growth, and every perspective is valued.
Thank you, Tara. I think this is going to be a great topic, a fun topic. I can't wait to get into it. So, without any further delay, ladies, let's get into it. All right,
Let's,
Kimberly, let's
yes.
start with you. What you got for us today?
Well, my question is to flip it back to you, all both, and ask if you'd rather start with talking about a person, a place, a thing, or an experience.
I don't even care.
Yeah, doesn't matter to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's start with a person. Who's your favorite person? Ha, JK, you can't answer that. But
I
Let's
can.
not do that.
who is someone in your life that inspires you and what makes them so special?
Tara.
All right. Someone in my life that inspires me and what makes them so special. This is going to sound super corny, but I would say my husband. And the reason that is because he is just, honestly, he is one of the best people I know. He's just so kind. He's generous. He puts up with so much,
With
and most
you?
of the time, yeah, from me and others, and most of the time, he doesn't really let it get him frazzled, but I don't know, he just works so hard, and he is all about, I don't know, making other people happy, making other people comfortable, and oftentimes, I think that it is, I don't know, not, I want to say a detriment to himself, but he does tend to put other people and other people's wants and things ahead of his own. And I don't know, I want to be like him when I grow up.
Aw.
Just because he's just such a good person and I just love him so much. So, yeah.
That's sweet. I am not going to name any names. I'm just not going to do that. But I will talk about some of the characteristics of this person. And it's actually, there's several people that come to mind. And it's interesting because they have some of the similar characteristics that you just mentioned. These people are very kind, very generous, very caring, very bubbly personalities to begin with. They also would give you the shirt off their back, very honest, just a delight to be around, just so kind, so caring. I could go on and on. Just a joy to be in their presence. And also just very understanding. I very seldom see them get upset. They just handle things very well. They just handle situations very well. I very seldom hear them speak negatively about anyone, even when their feelings are hurt. And I can learn a lot from these people. So,
If she's not talking about me.
you know what? I actually am talking about both of you and a few other people.
Aw.
So, but I didn't want to name names, but you two are actually who I'm speaking about and a few others. So just, yeah. Yeah, see, look at you.
See?
I was trying to make a little jokey joke.
Yeah, see, you were. But there, I was actually definitely speaking of you when I talk about the bubbly personality. That would be Kim.
Oh
So
my.
that was very much very kind. And like I said, I'm not just saying that because you two are here, but I was not going to name names. But several people come to mind, and yeah, not just one person that I'm thinking of. So yeah.
Hmm. I think along the same lines, I think of several people, and it's less about the particular person and more about sort of how they move in the world. I
Mhm.
live and work in a place that is people think of as sort of it's a luxury destination place. And so people imagine, I think, that folks who live there are all wealthy. And I am surrounded though by people who are just really hustling. And so what inspires me are people who just work hard, who didn't get a lot handed to them, who stay really focused, and maybe not even necessarily always really focused, but who don't give up, who work really hard, who try to make a better life for themselves, and really who also are looking out for other people. You know, I'm on the board of an organization that works with women experiencing, escaping from, dealing with domestic violence. And the woman who runs that organization is working herself. And then I don't even know how she has all of this free time. But then in her free time, spare time, is still handling cases of women who are going to her organization. So people who just, when you hear tireless,
Mm.
people who just seem tireless are always working, always hustling, and somehow holding it together. There's this expression, trying to make a dollar out of 59 cents. And this was supposed to be all like light and fun. So I won't ask you about the second person related question because I want to move to a thing. You will tell me, we will all tell the world that we're not materialistic. Of course, we're not materialistic, but do you have a most favorite, most cherished possession?
I don't. I don't think I do. What is yours, Tara?
Okay, so if in case y'all don't know right by now, I am very much a family-oriented person. So my favorite possession is I have this jewelry box, and it was given to me by my son when I believe he must have been in preschool because it's one of those little boxes. It was, a box that something else came in, but in school he had to decorate it. Y'all know these little macaroni boxes where you decorate it
Oh,
with macaroni and
yes.
stuff and they paint it and stuff like that. But I still have it and I use it. And that is, I think, one of my, if not my favorite possession. And I will add that in this jewelry box that is so very special to me, I keep a keychain. And on this keychain is like a picture or a couple pictures of my Uncle Ernie.
Oh.
And I take that out at least several times a week and I just kiss it and I tell how much I love him
Mm.
and miss him.
Oh my God.
So, my favorite thing.
Oh my God.
Mhm. Well, I don't know. How do you have a item after that? Well, mine will take you in a completely different direction because I'm not really sentimental in that way. So I don't really have items that are sentimental in that way. And if you ask me like what's the thing that I can't live without? What's the thing that I would bring with me out of the house in a fire? It's just so materialistic and not at all sentimental. It's gonna be my laptop and my tablet and my phone because everything is there. My
Mhm.
schedule, my contacts. I can't tell you what I'm doing 2 hours from now without looking at my calendar. So so not sentimental, and those are the things that are the most valuable to me.
Mhm,
that I feel as if I can't live without. My
mhm.
books are on there, everything.
I have everything in my phone. I take notes in my phone. I send text messages to myself so I don't forget things. So I cannot go anywhere without my phone for that reason. I'm connected to everyone through my phone, not sentimental, just very important to navigate throughout the day.
Mhm.
If something were to happen, the most important thing to me or the most valuable, I don't know if I would say valuable, but I can't take it with me. How long has grandma been gone, guys? How many years has it been?
Oh my gosh. 18?
18?
No, really?
Is, or more? Has it been 8? Oh,
Was it 2006? No,
Jordan's 17. So maybe more.
2004.
I thought it was a little, yeah, because I think I unintentionally like block out the year because it's just, yeah. So
Mm,
20 years.
yeah.
I still have her bedroom furniture. I refuse to let it go.
Mhm.
Okay. Jordan's grandchildren will probably have her furniture. So I still use her furniture. If I ever buy new furniture for my bedroom, that will probably just be extra furniture in the guest room or something. So I still have her very heavy cherry wood furniture.
Mhm.
Mm. Do you know what I have? I have no idea why I'm the one who have this. I don't know how it came to be mine. I have a night table that used to belong to Grandma Austin.
Do you? Was it like a dark cherry wood type?
Yep.
Yep. Wow. How'd you get that?
No idea. I just have had it my whole adult life. I think I've had it since before I was an adult. I think it was in my, how did I
We
get it out of the house?
we used to have it in our bedroom.
Yes, how did I get it out of the house whenever I moved out?
You thief.
I don't know.
Your mom and dad has some stuff from her living room, right? Some statues or something.
Do they? Oh my gosh. I think I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But this furniture will forever be with me.
Good.
Yeah.
'Cause they really don't make it like they used to. But also, yeah, you just hold on to stuff.
Yeah. I'm sure that I have jewelry of hers, watches that no longer tick tock. I have rings. As a matter of fact, I had a ring on the other day, a gold band. I have a gold band of hers and a gold band of grandpa's.
Oh,
Pop,
wow.
Mm.
whatever y'all called him. Grandpa, right?
Grandpa Sonny.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You just keep it? Do you wear it? Do you ever wear it? Do you just keep it in a box?
You know what? I had it on and I was afraid I was gonna lose it. It was sliding off. So it is now a little bit big. So I guess I do have some things.
See?
Yep.
Sentimental. There is no way to be sentimental about this. This is very mundane, but also maybe fun. What's your favorite comfort food? Or maybe not your favorite, but what is the go-to comfort food?
Funnel cake.
Funnel cake.
Really? Ooh.
Without even any thought.
Funnel cake.
Why funnel cake? It's
Uh-huh.
comforting?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
What about you, Kim?
Yeah, I'm thinking, to have a comfort food. I don't know. I don't know. Like if I don't wanna cook anything, or if I wanna eat something that's really easy, maybe French fries with ketchup, because the point of French fries is to have ketchup.
That's so
Mm.
funny.
Is
I
that
don't
a
really know that I
comfort
have
food
I
though?
don't really know that I have a comfort food though, honestly.
Yeah. I don't know that I have a comfort food, but I do have a couple of favorite things.
Oh, we
Uh,
know.
I'm not going to talk about that one. But some nostalgic things are I love banana now and laters. Okay, so, and I think the reason that this is still a favorite of mine and I keep hanging on to this is because I distinctly remember I was spending a night at my grandmother's house, Nana's house. I must have been about 15 years old. And I'm asleep and I dream about these banana now and laters, right? And just as I'm about to eat one, I wake up. well, I was awakened. And so I know what banana now laters taste like. They're good. So, but there's no reason why this should be this flavor. I could taste it in my dream. I could taste
I think you can
with
taste it right now.
anticipation.
You're tasting it right now.
Yeah, I am. I
So, like,
am. And I've had banana now laters a million times since then. But for me, when I think of like a craving kind of thing, that's one thing that comes to mind.
Wow.
And yeah, I know. It's so sad. Now, another thing
Okay,
that
wait a minute. Before you
yeah,
move on, have you had
yes.
the banana taffy?
Yeah, it's not the same.
It's not the
really?
same. Oh,
Mm-mm,
okay.
it's not the same. It's not the
Do
same.
like a banana Laffy Taffy, though.
Yeah, yeah.
The thing is, I don't. It's just the banana now later for me. And I think it's because, the hardness and, cut your mouth sometimes on it. I don't
Where
know.
do you
I don't.
even find now laters nowadays?
On Am You can
Wow.
find them online, or
On.
you can find them at Five Below. You can find
Yeah,
lots of
you can get
places.
Five Below. Yes.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes.
Do you have any in the house now?
No, not now. Did I have some in the house, say maybe a few weeks ago? Yes. Yes, I did. But listen, okay, well, I'll talk about my other thing. So my other thing that I really like is cheesecake.
Oh,
But,
Oh.
but it's a specific cheesecake. So when I was, oh, you know what? There's more than one. There's something else too. Darn it. I guess I have a few favorite things. Okay. So this cheesecake. When I was younger, my cousin Beverly, she used to make the absolute best cheesecake I have ever tasted. And so sometimes I still get that craving for Beverly's cheesecake. And the other thing is Aunt Dean's bread pudding, her bread pudding.
Okay.
And she, when I was younger, I mean, she used to make it for me special, even though I would share it with you guys, punks. But she used to make it for me special.
Special.
Well, she did. She did. And she actually showed me how to make it. She didn't write the recipe down, but I watched her make it several times. So, and she
Yeah.
kind of told me how, but I never wrote it down. And so my adult life has been spent trying to get this recipe down pat because unfortunately she's not here with us anymore to make me any or to tell me how to do it right. But a couple of years ago, I think I perfected that recipe and I've passed it on to my siblings. So there you go.
You have most definitely not passed it on to me.
Well, I
But
did to
also-
Austin.
So to your sibling.
No, I pass them on to everyone. Whether they choose to, try it out is on them.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't have a like a go-to favorite comfort recipe that way. I do have what is my go-to dessert to bring, like to a potluck or some such thing, which is pineapple upside down cake. It looks so much more challenging and complicated than it actually is. So it's like much more impressive than the actual work that goes into it.
Yeah, I guess I don't have a comfort food. Hmm.
Mm.
Yeah.
Honestly, anything in a bowl. Anything.
Some Rice Krispies.
I know, right? Captain Crunch.
Okay.
Ooh,
So
peanut butter Captain Crunch.
preferably something warm in a bowl,
Mhm.
especially if it's cold. So maybe not so much
Wait.
like
Oh,
If
okay.
it's cold outside.
Warm in the bowl, especially if it's cold. Okay, you mean if it's cold out. Okay, I got
if
you.
it's cold out. Yep, if I can eat it in a bowl with a spoon, then I'm good. Cereal, not like super enthused about, but I mean,
So no shredded wheat for you, huh?
why don't I eat cereal? I don't even really eat oatmeal.
Because you're corny.
I should what now?
I say because you're corny. Sorry.
No, because my tastes are more sophisticated. Thank you very much.
Whatever. I still
I'll
like a
eat,
good bowl of Lucky Charms now.
Oh
I'll eat
my.
quinoa because it has more protein.
Mhm.
Oh,
But no.
Look at her
But
fancy grains. Quinoa. Well, I'm talking about Lucky Charms.
I'm old and old school because give me a bowl of shredded wheat. I'm good. I got some shredded wheat one day and I got on the line and she was like, "Oh, you eat the old people's cereal." And do. I sure
Wow.
do. Yes, I eat the old people's cereal because I am the old people. And I do
Speak.
have some in the house.
Fiber One. That's good.
Oh,
Wow.
No, it's I've been eating that for like a long time. Listen, Fiber One with some like the frozen, like thawed frozen blueberries and yogurt mixed together is
ooh,
so good.
okay.
It is so good. Why are y'all making faces at me? It is
I
so
didn't
delicious. Ask
I
Matthew.
fiber
It's
one.
Mhm.
I
Mm,
think
okay.
I feel like I would be challenged with the texture of
Mhm.
whatever you just described.
No, it's good. It's good. You know what? Stop laughing at me.
I'm not trying to
Man,
go anybody's yum.
I thought my shredded wheat was bad, but fiber one and what? Blueberries and what else?
Thawed
Sandpaper?
frozen blueberry. No, ah, yogurt. 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 Come on now. It's
All right.
delicious.
Yeah, what's the next question?
Jump in if you have a question.
Oh man.
Okay. All the way away from food. How about hobby? Hobby, pastime. What's your favorite hobby?
You go
Makes you
first.
feel oh, I go first. Listen, listen, listen. I am pretty much zero on the excitement scale. Give me a good book, and that's all I need. If I can read my book outside in the sunshine on the grass, I pretty much could stay there all day. And not, yeah, I don't need to do anything super exciting. I don't need to go anywhere super exciting. Half the time, I can't be bothered to go anywhere because I think, why would I pay to go there when I could just stay home and read for free?
All righty then. I can see that for you. Tara, what's my favorite thing to do?
Sleep.
Everybody knows that's my favorite thing to do is sleep. But no, honestly, although I don't do it well, I love to paint. I do love to paint. Last week, was it last week or the week before? I went to the beach. Now, before I moved to Florida, I was not a beach person. So I'm actually learning to love the beach. And I took my little paints. And while the teenagers were in the water, I sat there very covered up under the shade and I set my paints up. And so I enjoy the beach now and I love to paint. So I do paint a lot more. And at 55 years old, and for a year, I've been telling people I was 56, and I wasn't. I was 55.
You know why you do that?
Anticipating.
Because you want people to say, "Oh, you look good for 56." And you're like,
Listen,
"Okay."
thought I was, but that's for another day. So at 55, guys, I
So
learned to swim. And so now that is my favorite thing to do other than paint is I love to swim.
that's
Are you
awesome.
swimming like in a pool or outdoors?
I well, the pool would be outdoors.
Mhm.
She means like in the in the ocean.
Well, no, I mean, I guess I meant like the Y, like a pool at the Y.
Oh, like in the.
No,
I thought you said in the wild.
in the wild. No, I am swimming in an outdoor pool.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm not messing around at the beach. No, I'm not that good. I don't trust it. I need to be able to see all four walls and the bottom. But no, that's like literally like if I could swim every day, which I technically I can because we have a pool here. But yeah, I'm swimming every day and I love it and I'm painting and I love it. So I
Nice.
sleep less now, Tara.
Yay!
Because we have things.
Yeah. What about you, Tara?
Like my sister, I love to read. I'm happy with a book in some silence. I'm happy reading my book on the back porch. I'm happy reading my book wherever I go. I love reading. And I also like to create. I like doing crafty things like arts and craft type projects. So most Christmases or what have you, we'll pick up, Matt and I and John, a lot of times we'll pick a project or like decide on like a style and ornament that we're going to create, and we'll just make a lot of those for like our Christmas tree and to give as gifts and everything. So yeah, I like creating all kinds of things, work with my hands, that kind of thing.
Oh my goodness. This painting and crafting and creating would give me so much anxiety
Wow.
about how it comes out and whether or not it comes out correctly and how to do it and follow the steps.
But that's the beauty of it. It doesn't have any way you do it is it's correct. It's about being creative and just being free. Doesn't have to look a certain way.
Oh,
It's just having fun with it.
So I had to run and go get my last.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Wait, you did
that one? Yeah, she did that.
Oh,
Well,
She did that.
I used my Cricut to do my outline, but I cheated a little bit. But
that's so cool. We should
That's
put that
not
in the show
cheating.
notes.
That's part of the process.
We should put this picture in the show notes. Wow. What? See? Look at that. Y'all making stuff look pretty.
And I'll probably paint again tonight. Just, but I do. I love it. I'm going to have a whole bunch of paintings and nothing to do with them. You know what I was thinking about doing with them? You know how when I worked in the hospital, sometimes there are older patients there who don't have family come to visit them, and I like to brighten up their room. So I might just donate them to the hospital.
That's a great idea.
I love that idea.
Yeah.
I was going to say, y'all have like a church auction?
Well, or that. Yeah. But just give them away.
Wow.
Yeah.
Or even making stuff.
Maybe the children's hospital.
Yep.
I think I'm going to do that. Now I'm going to want to paint more so that I'll have a bunch of them to give away.
Absolutely.
There you go. Oh, I think I'm going to do that, guys.
I'm so glad. You should do it.
Oh, I'm going to do that.
You should do it.
Paintings, crafts. Meanwhile, what am I sitting here doing?
I love that for me. Yeah.
I was thinking I love that for you, but I didn't want it to sound sarcastic.
One of my favorite projects that I did, and Imani and Matthew, I believe, helped out with this one, is I learned how to do origami. Watched online how to do it, and I made this how do you say it? Mobile, yeah. Whatever, the thing that hangs, like cranes and different like kinds of birds and stuff for somebody, and attach them like little like fish. You call it fish wire and stuff, so it looks like it, like when the wind blew or somebody walked past, they're like fluttering and stuff like that. It was so much fun to do, and also challenging because I had to learn how to make different things. But that was one of my favorite projects.
Wow, nice. What am I doing with my time?
You're saving the world. You're making the world a better place.
Lord, one would hope. Okay, you like painting. You like reading. What's a favorite book? Or what book are you reading now? How about that? How about either one? Favorite or what you're reading now? Right, you don't like to read. I'm coming to you next.
Well, I am in a book club, and the book that we are currently reading, The Last Thing He Told Me, but that's not my...
Oh, is that like there's a movie about it? Yeah.
That's not something I would call my favorite book. It's something I'm reading now, and I'm enjoying it. I enjoyed the show, the movie, but my favorite book is Pride and Prejudice. I am such a huge Jane Austen fan. And with Pride and Prejudice was the very first Jane Austen book that I read. And the very first time I tried to read this book, I was probably like about 10 years old. And it came in a set that mommy and daddy had gotten for me when I was gotten for us when I was about 2 years old. And I was like 10. I tried to read it, didn't understand it, didn't get through it. But at some point when I was 12, I picked this book up and I read it. And I would say that I have read it at least once a year, every year since then. Not only that, but I also became so heavily involved with and fell in love with Jane Austen fan fiction. And I joined these Jane Austen societies. I don't know. What is it that I love about Jane Austen or about the book?
Both.
Honestly, I couldn't even tell you. I really I can't put it into words. I don't want to say the simplicity of the stories or even that they're clean or any of that or the language, because sometimes the language is a little bit hard to learn. It's just it's such a character study. I love the fact that these characters, even though this was written hundreds of years ago. You can see the characters and the storyline, everything, it just still feels so current. And you can imagine these people, existing now. Obviously like the clothing and like the language and all that stuff be updated, but just like the personalities and their characteristics and their interactions and like the wordplay, just all of it, the relationships are just so they're timeless, I think.
So are you on the Bridgerton train?
I watch Bridgerton and I enjoy the show. I enjoy the show because it's the diversity of the cast and they take some licenses with it, which I think is fascinating and again, relatable.
I have not read the books, but one of my immediate thoughts is, oh, there's 8 siblings. You got an easy eight miniseries out of this. 8 seasons, one per child.
Yeah, that's kind of the way they were going. That's kind of where it's going. I think the plan.
Yeah.
Kim, did you tell us what you were reading?
Oh, yeah, I was trying to look it up. So, yeah, I don't know that I have a favorite. And I read most of my books to the library. So I typically will have like something that I'm reading for work. I'll have like 3 things going at one time. I have something that I'm reading for work, which is like organizational management or something like theology. And then I'll have something that I'm reading because it's like serious and like improving my mind. For that, it's a book of poetry. It's a book of Delights by Ross Gay. And then I have something that I'm reading just because it's light and easy and fun. And so what I'm reading right now is this book called It's Elementary by Elise Bryant. It's this mother. I think it's a mystery, but I'm still early enough in that they're just like setting the scene. But it's a Black mother at a mostly white school, and she gets roped into chairing the DEI committee on the PTA. And so that in itself is a bunch of nonsense. So we'll see.
Yeah. You know what's
We'll see where this goes.
I know that I've told, everyone that reading, it's just, overwhelming for me. But let me tell you why. Because I don't want to appear ignorant to our listeners. We've talked about mental health so many times. I think that my mind over the years has been so cluttered that I just not that I don't comprehend, but your mind is so busy or my mind has been so busy that I really just can't relax long enough to get into a good read. You know what I mean? And so lately I've been in a different space, a different headspace, a different place mentally. So I think I'm at a place where I can get into something. I have books. And when I get them, obviously I get them with the intentions of sitting and reading them, right?
Yes.
So I think that this weekend I might take the time to finish a book. So when we come back next week, I will let you guys know what I've at least started.
Okay.
What I've at least started. I don't know what it's going to be. I don't know what it's going to be. It might be, red fish, blue fish. I don't know, but not even the name of the book.
Yeah, red fish, blue.
Or
something like that.
Do you have
the cat and the hat.
Kind of story that you think you like?
What's that?
Do you have a kind of story that you think you like?
I don't know. I have, like I said, I have books in here. I have books sitting. I have like 10 books sitting right in front of me right now. And I'll put them on the nightstand. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to start this tonight. And then tomorrow I'm like, okay, maybe tonight. But, my mind is just got so many things going on. But like I said, I'm in a good space right now. And so maybe this is the time to just start, getting into doing some things because now, like I said, I have the time to swim and I have time to just think clearly and I have the time to paint. So just maybe add reading, to that list of things to do. Yeah. So listeners, I can read. Of course. I'm not ignorant or illiterate. I just have a busy brain. But we're gonna get some reading done. We're gonna get some reading.
I also do audiobooks with totally in my
I was about to say that. Yeah. Yeah.
And what I also do is podcasts. Other than ours.
Other
than ours. Are you a podcast listener and do you have a favorite?
I don't want to say the wrong podcast name, but I want to, oh my gosh, I'd have to look it up. It's Lateris something. It's like a marriage podcast. It's Lateris Whitfield, My Future Wifey. That's what it is. But then I do listen to that once in a while. Gave him a little plug there. Y'all might want to tune in.
I have too many to listen. I have too many to listen. I listen to a bunch of news podcasts. My I One of my favorites is probably The Read. I've been listening for years as they have grown, if I have grown. I listen to Therapy for Black Girls, which talks about therapy and therapy related stuff for Black women. They even have referrals for therapy if you go to their website. I listen to etiquette podcasts. So there's an Emily Post one with like the descendants of Emily Post. And there's one called Were You Raised by Wolves? Which is
Love.
hilarious. Yeah, I listen to podcasts all the time.
One last question I guess I wanted to ask everybody is we talked about like hobbies and things like that, but like what would you say is your absolute favorite thing to do or that is?
My favorite thing in the world that is?
Yeah, or to do.
I know this is going to sound super like corny to some people. Honestly, my Sunday church service, like being in the presence of the Lord on Sunday. Yeah,
That's
I
not
need
corny.
that. Yeah, like I mean, I can be in the presence of the Lord anywhere, but I need that. I need that Sunday. What do you want to call it? That Sunday worship,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
being in the house. I
Mm-hmm.
need that on Sunday. I need it every day, and I'd be there every day. But I need
Wow.
that's my favorite place to be is in His presence.
Mm-hmm.
How about you, Tara?
I would say that my absolute favorite thing, and again, this is going to sound corny, but I just love spending time being with family. And you know how we get together and we like play games and all that stuff. That's one of my favorite things.
Well, then you just got to spend an hour doing one of your most favoriteest things in the world.
Yeah.
With two favorite people.
Yes, of course. But Leslie, when you said favorite thing about, spending time in church and, just having that worship, it brought to mind another one of my favorite things, which is scripture.
Come with that scripture, girl. Come on.
And I actually have two. The first one is Psalm 118, verse 24. And that says that this is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. And I just love this verse because it is such a great reminder to find joy in every single day. Every single day, even when life gets hectic, when it gets crazy, when it just feels like or it seems like, nothing is going right, we can just take a moment. Yeah. We can just take a moment to celebrate, the little things and the blessings that God has, tends to sprinkle, just give us throughout the day. And like everything isn't bad. There are some good things, and God makes sure of that.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other verse that comes to mind, or that I know, is Psalm 92, verse 4, which says, "For you, O Lord, have made me glad by your work. At the works of your hands, I sing for joy." And this one really hits home because for me, it's all about, I guess, recognizing and appreciating all the amazing things that God is doing in our lives, all the amazing that He's done for us, all the amazing things, just who He is. And when we thought of this topic, favorite things, that movie, The Sound of Music, obviously it was in my head. And I was just, one of those lines, I think it starts off with like raindrops on roses, whiskers on kittens,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Those are just like such simple things. And these are things that God has created. And you just like, I don't know, just look at a raindrop on a rose. I'm like, wow. I don't know. It just sounds super silly and super corny, but yeah.
No, you're right. You're right. Yeah, both of those scriptures make me think of what I have printed out and put on my wall to remember that it's not a bad life, just a bad day.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yep. Yep. And then, or just to take beauty, take, I guess, encouragement just from like the beauty, and look at the beauty of like the little simple things that are around us,
Mm-hmm.
things that we sometimes overlook. So,
Thank you.
It's
yeah.
not a
So,
bad life, just a bad day.
It's that day.
Mhm. Mhm. So, yeah, as the song goes, when the dog bites, when the bee stings, when I'm feeling sad, I simply remember my favorite things, and then I don't feel so bad. And I was gonna sing that for you guys, but we don't want to lose any listeners.
You look like you wanted to.
I do want to so bad, but I can't sing. So yeah. So
If you
anyway,
can talk, you can sing.
okay, let's see. Let's see. No, I'm not doing it.
Maybe next time.
Maybe next time. So, this week, listeners, please take a moment to appreciate your favorite things and the joy they bring in your life. Again, thank you for joining us for this episode of Unfiltered Perspectives. Be sure to look for a new episode every Thursday morning. And don't forget to share, rate, review, and subscribe to our podcast so you never miss an episode.
Find us, as always, on Facebook and YouTube at Unfiltered Perspectives, Instagram at Unfiltered Perspectives IG, and be sure to let us know what you think of this episode and what you would like to hear us talk about in future episodes. We would love to hear from you.
We thank you once again for joining us. We look forward to you joining us again. Same time next week. Thank you, and we'll be back with you soon. Bye bye.